Hello dear 9A level students. Today we're starting our new chapter, chapter 24, Departmental Functions. It's on page 200 in our book. And this will be the last chapter of our Human Resources section, or in other words, People in Business section. As we know, a traditional company is divided into 4 departments. The first department is Human Resources. The second department is Accounting or Finance. The third one is Marketing. And the last one is Production. And as we know, our business syllabus consists of these 4 departments. And plus, first we learn about business activity. So we will all see these in detail. We are almost finishing the human resources part, and we will go on to accounting and then later marketing and last production. So in a department, we have these 4 main departments in a company. And we're going to talk in this chapter, what are they responsible of? Each people working in each department. What are the duties and what are the tasks and responsibilities of these different departments? It's a short chapter, an easy one. The main aim is to make you understand which department is responsible for doing which different tasks. First of all, let's talk about the Human Resources department. As we know, Human Resources, the other name is Personnel department, is responsible for the people who work in a company. That means they're responsible for everything to do with the people working in the company. And this starts with planning, understanding, and identifying the staff needed or required for positions. So they're responsible for planning the number of staff required for a business and recruiting and selecting these through advertisement for job applications, which we talked about in detail in our previous chapters. And after recruiting these people, they're also responsible for training the employees. This training, as we remember, comes in different parts, like induction training, which is like an introduction to the company, on the job or off the job training if required, and also health and safety training. They're also responsible for the health and safety issues, which they need to comply with the legislation in that country's specific health and safety requirements. They are also responsible for any issues related with making them comfortable. Also, of course, they have to defend their rights of their employees. They also have to have good industrial relations between certain trade unions with the government, complying the laws with their employees. Any disciplinary issues which may need some warnings or other type of maybe punishments. And of course, if needed, they are responsible for the dismissal or redundancy of the employees, which means they will not be able to work in that company anymore. So basically, Human Resources deals with these issues. What about a Finance and Accounting department? What do they do? Finance and Accounting, of course, is related with money. So this department is basically responsible for all the transactions done in the company. Anything that will be bought, anything that will be sold, any money that comes in and out of a company. Of course, when we talk about money, there's also money paid to the workers and employees in a company, which are in forms of wages or salaries, or maybe hourly payments or daily payments. So they have to record all the transactions done by the company. How much do they owe to their suppliers? How much are they going to get from their customers? How much do they owe to the banks or any other third parties? How many credit do they have? What is their cash flows? How much money comes in? How much money comes out of the company? We're going to talk about these in more detail in accounting, of course. They're also responsible for making budgets. What are their budgets? How much money will they spare for doing such activities, such as advertising? Such as how much money is needed for research and development? How much money is needed for production? They will also make forecasts, which means they will make predictions about the future. Forecasts about the cash flow. How much money is expected to come in from sales, for example. And they will prepare some sheets. We will talk about these in detail in accounting section. We will talk about balance sheets. We will talk about the comprehensive income, the statement of financial position, profit and loss, assets, liabilities, and capital. So this is basically what accounting department is responsible for. The other department is marketing. Marketing department is basically responsible for any activity that will help a company sell its products or services. This may start with a market research, which helps them learn about the feedbacks of their consumers about a new product, about an old product, their ideas. After that, they may need some strategies in pricing. What type of pricing should they put on their products? This may have some different aspects, like considering competitors, considering their markets, considering their products. We will talk about these in detail, of course, when we're in the marketing sections. And a very, very important aspect of marketing is promotion. How do they advertise their product? How do they help their product being sold? We have many details in promotion. We have many different types of promotion we will talk about in detail. Of course, advertising is one way, or any other promotion method. We will talk about that. Having good customer relationships, of course, is another thing. Having good PRs, which is public relations. Having good relationship with public to make their products sold. And they're also responsible for the packaging and distribution of the products. And the last department, the production department. Of course, when we say production, we can understand that it's all about the process of producing the product into the finished goods or services. If we have a good, of course, many people in this company is expected to work in the production department. And production, of course, has many other branches. Like there is an R&D department, which is research and development, which we know that large companies, especially ones which need good research, like pharmaceutical companies or technological companies, spend lots and lots of money on this every year or for every product. So they're responsible for R&D, they're responsible for the design, for purchasing any materials, raw materials, components, parts for the product, controlling their stocks, their inventory, how much product is going to be produced, how much they have in their stock, how much do they have to produce again. Maintenance is how they keep, they store, and they look after their machineries or any other things they use in production is in the responsibility of the production department. Like I said, this chapter basically aims to differentiate between the different roles of different departments, so we understand clearly which department is responsible for doing what. Of course, we should not forget, even though these are different and separated departments and they are independent departments, they have interdependence between them, which means they need to work together in certain aspects. Like, for example, when accounting is making budgets, they have to ask the production department what are their needs about that. So in different different matters, they have to get their ideas. So they should work together, although there are different departments. Now, as this chapter is relatively shorter and easier, I'm going to ask you to do the whole questions for next week and send it to me. Thank you and see you. Bye bye.